Nope.
August 2nd, 2015. Undead from Cleveland. You're listening to Video Game News Radio with your host, Kevin Baird.
Brian Baird.
Don Anderson.
And Larry Mack.
All right, we got the whole crew here. We might have George from Japan show up here at some point. I think he's trying to figure it out, and so he's also in Japan. So I think it's like 4 in the morning over there.
It's 4 in the morning next Tuesday, I think.
Grammaton monks running around shooting each other. Yes. So Brian's playing a game. So
Yep.
Here mentally.
Absolutely
Not
pissing
really here
Kevin
for the
off.
show.
He's like, turn it off. I'm like, no.
He's just gonna sit there and play the game the whole
Let him
show.
play the game the whole time. Not even listen. Fuck this
No,
guy.
that's what you're gonna do. That's,
I'm gonna-
I don't know why you're acting like you're not
I'm
gonna
gonna
do that. You just
keep
told
it
me
up.
what you're gonna do.
Watch.
In fact, he's even going to be like talking to other people in the game while he's doing the show.
Yeah, in character.
Yeah.
That'd be great if there was 1,200 plus viewing the show.
We'll take it.
That would be absolutely amazing. But no, there's 3 people currently on my chart. I'm sure it's they're just logged in. So, yeah. So anyway, there we go. We're gonna do our top 10 from the VG charts list. Larry decides if he would be interested in playing the game, and if he's not interested in playing the game...
Oh, it's this list again? It's not whether or not
everybody has to drink. So that's how this drinking game works.
So Larry doesn't like any of them.
Larry likes some games.
Does Larry decide? Because
It's not
only
as a
Kevin
rule.
decides.
Yeah, if it was Anderson, it would be no game. There would be no game on the list. He does not want to play any of them.
Wow, 1,197 people just dropped out of the show. Now there's 8.
Damn it!
They're like, fuck that, I'm not listening. This game sounds lame. I'm out.
It would be amazing.
They just don't want to hear the Larry hate. That's the problem.
That's what happened. He was like, well, Larry, and then everybody just left.
Yeah, but I don't feel hate. I feel only love because I'm new Larry Mack.
Again?
Yeah, always.
Did you at least keep the receipt this time?
You know me.
Now there's 8 people watching. That's a little bit. And there may be some on YouTube. There may be one guy on Google
With 8
watching.
computers.
2 viewers on Google watching, actually. So, I'm getting a smattering of listeners, whatever.
A spanking.
But number
of listeners.
10.
Yeah, that's 8 people listening currently live. Let's see Kevin Smith and his podcast match that.
Our global top sellers. Number 10, PlayStation 4, is J-Stars Victory versus Plus.
I don't have a PlayStation 4, so I am not playing that.
Oh my god. Hold on.
What happened?
Like, I set this camera up to look outside my house,
Oh, is that what that is? Is the alert?
and now something's looking at me.
Master humans are at the door. Destroy them.
Oh, we gotta keep talking. He disappeared.
I know. His pizza must be here.
He left. He's like in the eggshell. He's like, he's like sitting in the
Calling Orson.
Yep. Yeah.
Sorry.
Come in, Orson.
Number 9, for the Wii U,
Wee-oo.
Yoshi's Woolly World.
No way in hell I'd play that. Drink.
Where's drink? I'm drinking Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper today.
No,
Established in 1885.
that's a lot.
Today we have the Boulevard Brewing Company Pop-Up Session IPA. Is what we got going on here.
Whew.
Going with the IPA, because I'm a drunk. Hang on. IPA.
I'm drinking pee.
I don't know what you guys are saying because you're all choppy.
No idea.
Just
I'm drinking pee.
choppy audio.
I was drinking vodka last night.
Number 8, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Woohoo! You kill lions?
I would totally play that and slaughter that fucking cow beast.
I don't know if there's lions in the game. I don't think so. There's a lot of other things, though. You kill a lot of wolves and shit. And number 7, for the Xbox One, The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited.
Tamriel.
You know what? You can never have enough Tamriels, so I would play that just to get some more Tamriels in my life.
Number 6, Persona 4 Dancing All Night.
No way in hell I'm playing that, though.
You would, don't lie.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't be able to dance all night.
You don't know what kind of dancing skills I
I was
got.
going to say, dude, it doesn't matter, because whatever it is you do, I couldn't even come close.
Turn this audio down.
What happened?
Don't
Hold on, I gotta turn this audio down.
Dance All Night Unlimited.
It's all good.
All sorts of craziness going on at Kevin's house.
Yeah, it's like this is like nothing ever. Well, I shouldn't say nothing, but all this is happening right now.
All right, it's all good.
Pulls a blind.
Number 5 for the PlayStation 4, we have The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. Number 4 for the Wii U, we have Splatoon.
Did we ever figure out what that was?
No.
Something they used in the Old West.
It's very popular. It's number 4. It's better than almost every other game below it. People are buying it. It sold 131,447 copies this week.
Wow.
Not to me. Drink.
Number 3 for the 3DS, we have Fire Emblem Fates, Black Kingdom, White Kingdom.
Oh, that sounds like it'll be great.
Those are
I think I'm playing the shit out of it.
Yeah.
those are real-time strategy type games. No, not real-time strategy. I mean, those are like strategy games on the 3DS.
So is it like you're trying to control a riot in Baltimore or something?
No.
Maybe I just heard it
Not
wrong.
that I know of. I haven't played it.
Well, then why?
Hello.
All right, George joined us. George.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? Go on.
Hey.
Keep going.
Okay.
Go on, go. Don't look at the camera.
Okay, we're going. Number 3. Yeah, that was 3. Number 2 for the Xbox One. Batman Arkham Knight.
Totally playing it. In fact, I'm playing it right now instead of paying attention to the show.
You know what's interesting is that number 1 for the PlayStation 4 is Batman Arkham Knight. And according to these on VG charts, the Xbox One's version sold 569,398 copies, which is respectable because obviously it's number 2. But the PlayStation 4's sold 1,461,057 copies.
All used copies.
Yeah, that's like
Just
3
don't get the
times-
PC
3
version, it's
times
just
as many
shit.
copies.
PC version is just a dumb fuck. Don't get that.
Which version? The PlayStation 4 version?
No, PC. It's like a
PC's
port.
broke.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently I won't be drinking the fuck out of that, so go ahead and drink.
Oh, all right. Well, that was it for that chart. Okay. So let's catch up with everybody. Brian,
Huh?
how's your game? You can tell everybody how you were this week.
I'm just eating right now.
Oh my God.
I'm good. Life is good. I'm good. No, I was playing Vault Tech, whatever the fuck it is. It's that game from Fallout where you get to be the overseer and you're running a vault.
iPhone?
Huh?
On the iPhone.
Well, iPad. If it was an iPhone, I'd need a jeweler's glass because I'm fucking blind. There'd be like little dots moving. That's like, I can't think of the name of the game, so I'm just not going to fucking bring it up.
I remember you could like make babies or something like that. You just
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, obviously. But the thing is, like, the baby that came out looked like a lesbian for some reason.
That's cool.
What's wrong with that?
Weird as shit. No. It's just the way it was. Continue.
Yeah, I don't know. If I actually get somebody with a punk rock haircut, I'm actually overjoyed, you know. Or a bunch of fucking Beatles era looking people in there. It's just fucking horrible. But yeah, they make babies. In fact, last night when I went to bed, there was only like 2 walking around, and I woke up and I was telling my brother earlier, you know, they were like fucking sea monkeys. You know, you close your eyes, you come back, there's like 200 of the little bastards running all over the fucking vault. And I'm like, I was just like sending them out to explore in the wasteland, because you could do that, and then they'll find gear and bring it back. I'm like, I'm just sending them out there with like no armor, you know, maybe like some really shitty like 10mm rusty weapon, And just go on, go have fun. If you like to resurrect this person, nah, fuck them, they're dead. So, but it is, it's one of those games where you like, the more you play, the more shit opens up to you. It's kind of addictive, but it's like, you have like so many people born or living in there, and like you open up rooms like, here, this is the exercise room, so you get better strength and an agility, and there's intelligence. I'm like, can I get one of those? And endurance, because I need the endurance one too. Basically the endurance ones, they put you on a treadmill and they just ran for like 2 hours straight, and they're just like, oh, okay.
How many dwellers do you have so far?
I've got to be at least 100.
Oh shit! Well, you just beat the game then. That's it. You got the nuclear. No, the nuclear.
No, you can have up to you can have 200.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that.
You got to balance it. It's just I don't mind the raiders. The raiders are kind of fun. It's when the shit just like catches on fire. It's like, and I'm playing it like in the middle of the night, and it's all quiet. I was like, I'm like, oh shit,
I just hit the updates though. It's like your dweller has turned into a, from baby to a dweller. I'm like, shut the fuck up, man.
As long as they don't turn to like mutants. Super mutants are coming to take your women. I'm like, well, take them. I can't fight that shit, man. That's crazy. So, other than that, my work week has been pretty much the same. I didn't kill anyone, thank God. And I've just been on Facebook just reading about the poor lion that I didn't know fucking existed, nor do I think anybody else fucking knew existed either. But goddamn that bandwagon, I'm just...
What was it? They cut off the head of the lion, right? And like, they skinned it. They skinned it, cut off the head, and just left it there.
They didn't do it while it was alive.
Well, no. Well, yeah, live.
Pass around recordings of it screaming. Like here on the internet, the lion's getting alive. Totally fucking, and next week on Skin It, Bambi. People.
Animal skinners.
And then all of a sudden they're like, now his brother was shot. You're like, oh, you fucking humans are bad. And they're like, nope, he wasn't shot. We fucked up. Oh, they're so bad.
Blame it on the lion.
It's just fucking stupid. So I just, Meanwhile, I read that, and like I went online, like the second I read about, like, okay, this is obviously a distraction. But the only thing I read about was like Indonesia had like 5 volcanoes go off. But it said simultaneously, but I think that was like within the space of like a couple of days, which I guess with volcanoes, that's about as simultaneous as it's gonna get.
Still sucks.
I wouldn't want to live there. It just it's like I posted it before. I was on Facebook, and they showed like these people out in Hawaii somewhere. Where they had the volcanoes that don't fuck around, not like the little ones, like, oh, look, a little bit of smoke. No, these things, people, they used to throw virgins into them just to shut them up. Please stop. Eventually we'll clog the bottom with fucking dead fucking women. So, it's just, these guys are this town, and there's a nice town, they built it, and they're all happy, and this is our town, we live here, yeah, we know it's a volcano, we don't care, the volcano erupted and destroyed the whole fucking town. Why did you think that wasn't going to happen, And
like all the volcanoes are like surrounded, like they surround the whole village and everything, so they can't get away.
They got some monsters out in Italy too, and like if those fuckers go up, it's like that's gonna make news. Trust me, those are fucking huge.
They always build the villages at the very bottom of the volcano.
Exactly.
Well, dude, you're in Japan, right?
I'll get to that. As of right now, I'm in Orlando right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, but Japan has volcanoes too, and they're constantly going off.
Oh yeah.
But there's not like a lot of people that live anywhere near them.
It's more of earthquakes. It's more of earthquakes here.
Yeah.
I would say once, twice, 3 times a month, where I was.
Right. They're kind of used to it.
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, people don't. They're not like you don't have to worry about like, oh, I go out to the car's gone. It's lava.
I just lay on my bed and I just imagine it's a water bed or something.
Yeah, you can't cross the lava. Put on the blanket with a chick. Like, okay, this is lava. I won't touch you because. Anyway, that's pretty much. I've just been reading Facebook and slowly going on like all these famous people. Like Rick Gervais, whichever the fuck it is, and he's always posing with a cat, looking all noble. It's like, if you kill an animal, you're a disgusting human being, And they're talking about the lion. I'm like, the lion's brother being killed or something, and I asked him, like, now was it his biological brother, or was it his soul brother?
It's his bro. It's his bro lion.
Man, I don't think that
Yeah.
They were amused, you know.
Hmm.
And then Stephen King posted something about his, you know, if you can't tell, he's gonna write a book about people that don't fucking know how to tell time because they don't have a watch or something. And I posted like, "What's a watch?" And I'm sure like 100 people came out and decided to be profound. And I'm sure that cat might look like, look, this guy's 46. He knows what the fuck a watch is. Don't be stupid.
It's bright outside. It's night outside. That's it.
Yeah. You know, time is for the weak. Anyway, I'm done.
Okay, Anderson, how was your week this week?
Ugh.
I can barely hear you guys, Brian. So, and George. So I just get, you know.
Okay.
I have no comment. But anyway, Anderson, go ahead. Sorry.
Nothing major. Just the usual working and working and working. But I'm gonna go ahead and do some name dropping. Well, first of all,
Double G. Hey.
sorry, before I start the name dropping, I should say, rest in peace, Roddy Piper,
No shit.
because he died this week. What the hell's that all about? Jeez, oh man.
And that affected me way more than that lion dying.
Oh yeah, dude, I got choked
Oh.
up for a split second.
Oh, which is bullshit, because he was my favorite of all time. Like, of all time, he was my favorite. So,
He was the best.
there you go. So there's that. Anyways, last night, I actually went outside of the apartment after 9 o'clock on a Saturday night,
Whoa.
and I hung out with people.
Whoa.
Yes. Yeah. True. I was hanging out with, nobody special, just the Human Furnace, lead singer of the Ringworm. Blaze was there from In Cold Blood, and of course Frank from Hatebreed. We were all hanging out at the bar, drinking like old drinking buddies, sort of, I guess. But yeah, I went out last night with them guys. Oz was out there, and Gary actually showed up.
Were you drinking with your drinking buddies?
Yeah. They bought
I don't know. You don't drink
they were
very
like-
often.
They were like, "Hey, we'll buy you a drink," and they're so used to like hanging out with me from back in the day, where they're like, "I'll get you a drink," and I go, "No," and they're like, "Oh, okay." So now he's like, "Hey, I'll get you a drink." I was like, "All right." And he goes, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "Vodka, top shelf, now." But it was a good time. It was just weird. It was weirder for me just being out. Like, I was standing in the parking lot and I'm looking at the street and I'm like, so this is what people who stand in parking lots in the middle of the night, half drunk, this is what everybody's doing while I'm at home. Huh. And then all I could think about was, boy, I should go home and play some video games. So I left early and came home and passed out playing video games. Started watching some documentary about, I don't know, porn, something. So, but that was about it. Had Sophie for the weekend. I didn't have her last night. It kind of worked out because I knew he was coming in town, and I was like, oh well, he'll be here Saturday. And anything that happens like Friday, Saturday, my initial thought is, got the kid, not a problem. I'm just gonna hang out with my kid. Nothing I can do about it. My kid's more important. But then I picked her up on Friday, and she's like, hey, can I go sleep over someone's house tomorrow night, on Saturday night? And I was kind of like, well, I'm not going to say no. As long as we can find somewhere for you to go. So she went and slept somewhere, and she slept in a stranger's house, and I went to the bar and drank. That sounds great, doesn't it? That's pretty
All
much
right.
Better than she went to the bar and you stayed home,
Yeah, right. So they were all like, "Where's your kid at?" I kept telling everybody she was in the car. I'm like, "Don't worry, the windows are cracked and the sun's not out."
Larry, how was your week?
Kevin, my week was active, is what my week was. Let's see. Of course, last week we thought I had reached my plateau, hitting the bar 4 days in a row.
Wow.
This past week, I decided to change it up a little bit. Tuesday before trivia, had a big meeting at work. Boss took us out for some drinks afterwards, which I forgot he was doing, so I had already made plans to meet some friends at a bar. So I went there, had a couple drinks, went to meet my friends, and then, of course, had to go to trivia. So by the time I got to trivia, that was my third bar of the night. And
he was pretty lit.
yeah, I'm sure I was completely.
He's already bombed. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, wow. Sorry,
I'm
missing out. Shit.
I'm sure I was completely useless at trivia. I I made sure to at least do my shots and get the team the shot bonuses. But yeah, I was already a mess. And then see, Thursday I went found this joint down by where I work that one of the girls at work had been talking about. So this girl I've been going out with, I told her, hey, we got to go try the food at this place because they have something called Cheesy Tots. Let me tell you, this is why God invented food, because it's
A cheesy tot.
yeah,
Kill
it's,
your ass.
it's like a little greasy spoon bar restaurant joint, and they bring you this giant ass plate of tater tots with the fucking melted cheese and the sour cream and
Sounds
the
like dinner
bacon
here every night.
and the scallions, and it was like, oh my god, this is so good. And then let's see, finally, because we were, I think everybody was getting tired of my my car is broke again stories. Decided to go get a new car. So one thing I didn't realize, things have
No
changed.
one gets sick of your car's broken stories.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Those are
Damn.
comedy gold.
I guess I should have hung on to it then. I didn't realize that
Use this.
like
Pain.
basically Thursday morning I had some shit I needed to get taken care of. So I texted work and said, hey, I'm gonna need to take a half day. I'll be in around noon.
I said you're fired.
And I finished up the stuff I had to do way earlier than I expected. And I was like, you know what? I'll go get a car. I got time to kill. I didn't
Just go
realize.
get a car.
I didn't
Got nothing
realize.
to do.
I didn't
Buy a
realize that even if you walk in knowing basically what you want, buying a car is like a full-time job. I walked onto the lot saying, I want either this car or this car. Let's do numbers. And it took like 4 hours. So, but yeah.
They bring you a menu.
And they talk about those dealer upgrades and all that shit. The original one I was looking at, I was looking at two cars that were the exact same model, the exact same everything, but one had the dealer installed chrome trim
Oh my god.
and something called interior protection. And I was like, what's that? And
Because the gangbanger wants his car back.
the salesman's like, that's the all-weather leather mats on the floor. And I'm looking at it, and I was like, so if I want chrome handles on this car and the crazy leather mats, that's like an extra $1,800? He's like, yeah.
Take it
I
off.
was like, I don't really care that much. And like, I originally picked the one because I liked the color more, and we did the numbers, and I was like, yeah, it's a little higher than I want to go. Maybe I'll just go with the silver one instead of the blue. If I go with the non-chrome, I was like, what does that do to the payments? And apparently, if you wanted the chrome, that was an extra $30 a month to the payments. And I was like, yeah, I don't care that much about the chrome handles.
You're getting it anyway.
So, but so yeah, I got myself a car. So hopefully we won't be hearing any broken car stories. Although I guess I already have one.
My car got smashed into story. I'm really certain.
Because it took me less than a day to text Kevin and say, how do I get my phone to play music through my car? I can't sync it up.
You don't. Don't bother me. That's what I'm sure Kevin said.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I'm sure whenever his phone goes off and he sees text from Larry, he's like, God damn it.
What'd you do now?
So, and then yesterday had like a family reunion out at Hinckley. Spent all day out there.
Why'd you run to the lake and see them floating to the surface?
Yeah. Some of the cousins didn't make it out of Hinckley Lake, but
Sorry, I'm dumb.
One named Jason in particular.
and I can report, unfortunately, for the first time in quite a few weeks, this week I did not finish all 15 of the new levels they added to Candy Crush Saga.
Oh my
I'm
God.
currently stuck on level 1,114. So,
Makes sense.
yeah, hopefully we'll clear that out next week.
You feel accomplished?
No, every time I get caught up to the point where there are no more levels and like I have conquered the entire game, there's that part of me that's like, that's really sad.
You just sit back down and just look at the floor like, oh.
Yeah, I feel a little dirty for a minute. It's like I I can't even conceive of how much time I have spent playing this stupid-ass game. But then I'm like, yeah.
Fuck it.
Who cares, man? You're doing your shit.
Yeah, and the sad thing is I currently have, like, 2 whole columns of crazy new icons on my desktop that are legitimate games waiting for me to play them. But I sit down and it's like, okay, let's see. I'm going to fire up what's next here. I'm going to do some Path of Exile or something. Or Saturday Morning RPG or whatever the hell else is next. Oh, wait, but first I should probably check and see if the new levels are out for Candy Crush Saga.
Shit, it's 12 a.m.
Right.
Exactly.
And you're still on the
12
shit.
a.m.'s fucking, that's not even that bad.
Yeah, that's
It's
probably
the start
why
of the
it's
day.
down.
That's when I wake up.
All right, George, tell us about yourself. How was your week?
My week was all right. Well, just to start off, I've been listening since 2004, 5.
We apologize.
We weren't even alive then.
Yeah, why?
I ask myself the same question every day, man.
Through 11 years later.
Yeah, I think I actually got in contact with Kevin one time. I was like, yeah, I wanna know about computers or something. He's like, go buy a computer. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, well, if he can do it, I'm Asian, so I could do it better. So I did.
That's kind of a given.
I mean, my math. I mean, I automatically get a C if I don't do shit. So the Asian persuasion. But anyway, as I'm saying, I've been listening for many years. I mean, really, he's actually how would I say? Point me to the direction of IT. I mean, like, basically, I've been working in IT because of him, and not really so much regrets, but hey.
Kevin tends to discourage people from going into IT.
Well, here, if I know both of you, like, Larry Mack and Kevin, I mean, I'm trying to get my CCNA and CCNA security. So you both understand what the hell that means.
Yeah.
That means pain and torture.
Yeah, way too much thinking and reading.
That means
exactly.
Here.
These ninjas.
But yeah, man. I've been through Japan since I was middle school through high school, so I got the experience of understanding how it is in Japan, like everything and all that shit. They are a thrifty motherfucker, man. Them Japanese peoples.
Thrifty?
What?
Yeah.
What stereotypes about Japan are we all wrong about? Or are we all right? Is everything like we think it is? Everybody just
I don't even know there were any.
Manga and
Godzilla's fucking.
My name is Joji Nakayama. You know? Shit like that. No, it's pretty much dead on sometimes. We don't speak like we have something stuck up our ass, but
No, that sucks.
unless if we're angry.
Yeah, that's when you guys sound really awesome.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, there you go.
And then you'll be like, if you don't understand, you'll be like, dude, these guys are fighting each other, and we'll be like, hey, dude, like, you want to go to the shop or something, get something to eat, you know, shit like that. My weekend was good. I wanted to drink some Hoo Garden. There are no hoes in the garden, but I had a lot of shit to do, so I'm just drinking water right now.
Ugh,
Yeah. I was thinking of soda, but I got like flat soda right now.
that's even worse.
Which is like sugar water.
And I think it was like Mountain Dew something. So, anyway.
All right.
My week actually did some stuff. I went to a funeral yesterday.
Yeah, what was that all
Roddy
about? 'Cause you tagged me like I'm in Brian's favorite place.
Roddy Piper died. I had to go to his funeral, and I went
Did you have to carry him?
to his grave. And
I would think they would have. I'm surprised they didn't wall you up with him. You know, like in the Egyptian, where the pharaoh and his wife. She thought she was going to cash, and then she's with all those mute priests, and the big brick comes down. She's like, "Oh fuck."
Hey, it wasn't like one of those vault mortuary. What do they call those things? And
Crypt.
where the mausoleum. Yeah, like with the
Artwork.
phantasm. And
So
swear to
fly
God, I was in this mausoleum, and there was this like wife and her husband's tomb or whatever they're called, sarcophagus. I have no idea. And his had that. You know, they all have these little symbols on them, and his had the Mason symbol. You know,
So don't
and
touch it.
hers was a circle with an upside down star in it. And I'm like, look at it.
That's awesome.
What else could that be? What else could it be?
Almost
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, wait a minute.
Drop.
I wanted to take a picture of it, but it would have been completely
It
inappropriate.
probably wouldn't come out. You probably keep
Walking
taking
around
pictures
doing
of
that.
in there.
While the thing was going on. Yeah, and then I tried to get my scooter to work. It's running rough. I got some old gas in there. It's like 2 years old.
Every time I see a scooter, I think of you, Kevin, and I'm just like, that still looks really gay.
It is kind of gay. That's why I wear a helmet.
It wouldn't be so bad, but you're like 6'5".
Yeah, the helmet makes it much less gay.
So it's like Hulk on a mini scooter, like he's just barely trying to hold on to the handles
Just
and
fucking
everything.
give himself like a war knot, off the top of his head and shave the rest just right off, and it couldn't look any crazier. I mean, the guy. If I was in my semi and Kevin was on his Vespa and he rode right past me, he could look me right in the face, in the cab of the truck, And I'm like 8 feet off the ground when Kevin's like, "Hey."
No, I didn't go to the.
Yeah,
I didn't go to the funeral on a scooter. That's pretty funny.
that would be awesome.
Especially if I would have been in the procession with the little flag. Probably have to stick it on top of my helmet.
Fez.
Running.
Hang it from the little spike on top of your helmet because you got like the cool Nazi helmet.
Yeah. Hessian.
Take off the muffler
Hessian
too.
So Kevin, when
It's not running right.
kids,
So.
Kevin went and took the governor off of his moped. Or had it done, so.
I heard him coming down the street because it was like.
My moped.
Yeah, I wore that thing to the high school in my
That was
leather
fun.
jacket and shit. I was just having fun.
I think it was fun, but man, I don't know. I fucked that thing up.
What's his face did?
Yeah, John Mulholland broke it. But yeah. So my scooter. Anyway, that was my week. We talked enough. That was like 30 minutes of show, just catching up with everybody.
Yeah.
So go.
Folks, see you later.
For news this week, we don't have much anyway. There's no Steam Top 10 this week for some reason. At least on the site that I normally get it from, it wasn't there. So nobody's really crying about that. Too bad I don't. We could ask George here about the
Yeah, ask me anything, man. I don't care.
the Japanese games that I'm constantly trying to say translated.
I can help you with that. Just give me the list and I'll do it for you. I am a kitten.
He's going to say it, and then what we want you to do is figure out what he's really trying to say.
It'd really be fucking funny if he said it and it was exactly what Kevin said.
Yeah. like complete with all the pauses and stuff like that.
Yeah. I could. I really could.
All right, well, let me do some news here first. I don't know why Playdate's taking a while. August's free Xbox One games are Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes and How to Survive Storm Warning Edition. And for the Xbox 360, it is Metro 2033 and then Metro Last Light.
No Redux? Redux is good.
Yeah, I got that. It was fun.
The list of PlayStation.
I didn't finish it because you get that big battle there, and I got tired of fucking dying. I was like, I think I know that.
Yeah, oh, is it the rhinoceros, that little bitch?
Yeah, that fucking
Dude,
thing.
I had to kill it. Like, I lost all, like, my ammo and, like, I had to, and my throwing knife, so I just had one knife and I stabbed it. Took me, like, 4 hours to kill it.
That goddamn thing. Running on fucking circles. I'm like, the biggest bitch. And then I was just trying to fight the one time my girlfriend comes in and she starts talking like, get the fuck out, Can't you see I'm fucking fighting a non-existent creature?
I'm concentrating.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. So I felt dumb. I came downstairs later. I'm like, I'm sorry. She's just giving me a look like, yeah.
Okay.
Sleep.
Games coming out this week, Tuesday. For the PlayStation 4, we have Boggle. I'm sure it's something where you shake up the letters. And Transgalactic Tournament. Which one's more fun, Boggle or Transgalactic Tournament?
I don't know what that is, so.
One's very pretentious. Galactic.
Well, if you use big words, man.
That's how they get you.
For the Wii, Devil's Third.
Sold.
Who's the third?
For the Xbox One, we have Rare Replay.
You get the devil's leg.
And then multi-platform, we have Galaxy the Dimensional.
You're like a leg.
Submerged.
Smaller.
The Castle Game. And Zombie Kill Time.
I'm in.
You You sure this is like a list? You're not just fucking around with the names here? Like,
He's got
it doesn't even sound like fucking names. I only heard like 2 game names. Like
Boggle and Zombie Kill Time.
Exactly.
Well, Rare Replay is the greatest, or all the Rare games.
I mean, Kevin lies on his podcast.
For the Xbox, so it's all the it's like Conker's Bad Fur Day and
Oh, okay.
you know.
Dude, just get a fucking 64 emulator.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they did to it. I didn't read that much about it, like if they improved them or
Why
anything.
not?
Because reading's dumb.
Reading is
For
dumb.
Wednesday, multi-platform, we have Empyrean Galactic Survival.
Hmm.
Yes, it's like probably going off that whole survival theme. I was just playing that This War of Mine game.
Yeah,
You guys
play
play
that
that?
too. Oh yeah.
It's like a game where basically it's like Sims in a way, but it's like Sims during like a Holocaust or a war or whatever.
It's a depression of Sims. Like, it's.
Yeah.
Did you beat it? Did you get to the ending? It's.
No, I haven't.
No, you were
yeah,
at day
I
12,
had to
right?
quit
Or
out
day
to start
13.
the show.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Well, I just like taking characters in and just like what was that character? He's like running really fast.
Yeah.
So I hide behind the walls and I just kill people. He gets depressed, he hangs himself, then I get the other character and do the same thing over and over.
He hangs himself. They can hang themselves?
Well,
Jeez.
it's something like that. At the end of the game, it tells like it gives like the end of the game. Spoilers, I guess. It's just sad.
Well, I'm sure it is. Yeah, at least there
It's
is an
just
ending,
depressing.
though. I thought it was just going to be like, I'm just, the moral of the game is that you lose the game, but at least
Yes,
there's an ending.
yes, that's it. That's. I mean, I don't know if you could. Well, if you could play it in a custom setting, I guess you could win. But even so, it's still depressing as fuck.
Yeah.
There's like
Well,
children.
sure,
Can I
I'll
have
probably try to get through
medicine? No, it's my medicine. Fuck yourself.
Yeah, because I was talking to Jeff at Rave Select, and he was telling me about, like, he doesn't understand how people can play video games and then stop and not reach the end of the game. And he likened it to being in a movie. Like, you're, like, in the theater watching a movie, and, like, 20 minutes in, you're like, well, that's it. I've had enough. I'm walking out. Like, And so I kind of thought about that, and I was like, I guess that's true. I guess I should try to, like, finish more games. So, that's my goal.
Well, are you going to finish The Witcher?
Yes.
Did you do 1 and 2?
Pretty far along in it, actually, but I've been doing, like, all the quests.
Ah,
So,
that's right. Well, you're going to turn, like, what, 80? I mean...
no, I've already, like, I've already done, like, more than half. How about that? I think I'm actually nearing the end.
Oh, yeah? Then is there going to be DLC for this? I don't know.
There's a what? Huh?
Is there going to be DLC for this?
There has been. They've been giving us free DLC
Hmm.
with patches, and the last set just got released, and then I guess I don't know if they're gonna have more that they're gonna charge for. Just start working on Witcher 4. I have no idea.
I have no idea either. I mean, well, until
It's
you
a
finish
really
the
big
game.
game.
Exactly.
Cool.
I mean, I did 1 and 2, and like, it took me a month each, at least. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
about doing 3, but it's like, do I want to lose my life again? And
It's really good. It's really fun.
is it
I mean,
bigger?
it's-
Like the map is it?
yeah, it's ridiculously large.
Thank you.
But it's sensible. I mean, side quests aren't just like, FedEx quests. They have whole storylines and everything too, and it's good. It's really
Is it
good.
still with the succubus mission or some shit where you could either fuck her or kill her?
I haven't run into that, but there was talk about that in the game.
Well, I mean, it was on 2, so I'm wondering if 3 had it or something.
You're kind of stuck between Triss Marigold and Yennefer, and you
Yeah.
can kind of decide which way you want to go. If you want to be like with Triss or you want to be with Yennefer, or neither of them, I suppose. But
Triss is
you
the
got-
ginger, right?
Yeah, and you got two really angry witches
Exactly.
that you don't really want angry at you. Yeah, but it's great. Yeah, Triss Marigold's where it's at, all the way. I don't like Yennefer; she's a total bitch. But
Mm.
I think in the books, Geralt is with Yennefer, but forget it. Everything she says to him is just like, mean and bitchy. I'm just like, why is he dating her? It's fucking just totally awful.
We
I
could
don't know.
probably know like a couple people that had the same question and they were real people.
Yeah, but like Chris Marigold is like super nice to him, and I don't know. It doesn't even make sense.
Yennefer is just standing there like an NPC. You talk to her, and she just bitches at you. That's the first thing she does.
she does do that.
How was your day?
She's constantly pissed. Like, she threw him through a teleport and, like, dropped him into a lake.
Oh, shit.
You know, when she was mad at him. Shit like that. You're just like, dude, what are you doing?
Dude, bitch.
Sex better be good. I mean, if you stay with Yennefer, you can do that thing where you can have sex with her on top of the unicorn. But
On a unicorn.
I didn't do that.
Why not?
I stuck with Triss because she's just...
You're a dedicated kind of guy.
She's just better. Plus, you're with Triss for, like, the opening chapters of the game. Yennefer went off somewhere. And so you're kind of just like, you might as well make nice with her since you're with her the whole time. Otherwise, it gets all depressing because she thinks of you as her ex-boyfriend and shit, and you're just, I don't know. I'm telling you, the game's got a lot of depth. If we're talking about the relationship angle of the whole thing, and it's,
I didn't like The Witcher 2, where like in order to block, you had to upgrade yourself, so you couldn't block from behind, or you couldn't even block at all almost until you unlock it. Like, that was weird.
Yeah, there was a write-up about the fighting styles and what they've tried to do, and, you know, making things realistic, and then for fans and stuff. So it's better in the third one. It's some people say it can be too easy, but I guess it just depends on what level. I mean, you can walk into some stuff that's way out of your out of your league, and they'll hand you your ass. So I don't know, it's pretty good.
I hear you.
Finally, on Thursday for the PlayStation Vita, we have Gal Gun Double Piece, Luminous Arc Infinity, No Banaga No Yabu 2, sorry, man, and Sango Kushi 2.
You record discipline.
Fuck that all up. Depressing.
You just lost all the Japanese viewers, man.
If you get Windows 10, you can stream your Xbox One games to the PC. I don't know anybody that's really going to do that, though. Anytime I play a streaming title, I always think that when I miss something, it's the streaming's fault. It might totally be my fault, but I'm blaming it on the streaming. And this computer's going slow over here. Load. Ash versus the Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell gagged, blinded by blood.
Nice.
During the Ash vs. Evil Dead panel at the TCA press tour, executive producer Bruce Campbell made sure to let everyone on hand know just how much blood and gore there'd be on the upcoming Stars series, which premieres October 31st. People ask how much blood is there going to be, Campbell noted. I went blind the other day shooting a scene. Just picture that. Like, take a shower and open your eyes right into the faucet. That's how much blood there is on the show.
Awesome.
I've been gagged once and I went blind, Campbell added. That's a lot of blood in the show, so anyone who's looking for it, it's coming your way. Campbell, who appeared on the panel alongside Sam Raimi and co-star Lucy Lawless, also made sure to speak about how this series based on the Evil Dead horror trilogy, which last graced us in '91, not counting the 2013 remake, was totally fan-driven. The fans are responsible for every single bit of this, he said. They've been relentless for years. Last Evil Dead movie was 24 years ago, 1991.
Jesus.
We shot Army of Darkness. They haven't shut up since. So no matter what we say to them or what we give them, it will never be enough, and we're very grateful for that. And all that blood, that was part of the pact with fans. Our criteria for finding a suitor for this show was who will let us do what we need to do in unrestricted fashion, Campbell said. 2 out of 3 Evil Dead movies were unrated, so it would be silly for us to rip the fans off by giving them a watered-down version of the series. So the beauty of working with Stars is we have no content restriction whatsoever, and that's vitally important as filmmakers.
You sound nothing like Bruce Campbell.
At all.
I'm just trying to do a different voice so you can determine which one it is. Why don't you do Bruce Campbell's voice for us, Mr. Imitator?
Hey, tough guy. Anything like that. That would work.
No, it sounds just like you. It sounded like you saying his lines.
Sounds like you, but more like a man.
There you go. It's really become a multi-generational fandom that follow the Evil Dead now, Sam Raimi added. See, it's a totally different guy.
Hey,
There are kids who are now being introduced to it by their parents, and there are parents that just grew up with the thing, all the movies. So they've done the work of showing their kids the movies, if you want to call that work, or poor parenting. It's hard to say. But they've showed these kids, and the kids now are fans. Talk then turned to Lucy Lawless's character of Ruby.
okay.
She's a great addition to this, too, Campbell said. As soon as we knew we were going to do this show, it was like, well, what's Lucy doing? Because it's important. What? Okay. Like they sat around like, we can't wait to do this.
It's because she's
what are we
married
doing with
to
Lucy
Lucy
Lawless?
Lawless.
Like, just
She
throw
likes
her in.
everything he does.
Life's too short. I want to work with people that make sense, that can bring it, that people enjoy watching on the screen, and then we know we have a good relationship with. And we needed a powerful adversary for Ash, Raimi explained, for his sort of character. Somebody that could be formidable and who could kick his butt, because he's the real monster fighter. He's dealing with these beasts every day, slicing them and dicing them. And so we needed a human being that had some heart and soul and some gravitas and some threat to them when she wanted to pull it out. I think that's why Lucy was a great choice. Oh, and then Lucy Lawless gets to say, why wouldn't I want to be with these guys?
Yeah, it totally sounds like Lucy
Why
Lawless.
wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I want to?
It's the most fun you can have on set anywhere in the
I've
world.
been, I haven't been working out recently, so
Give me that. I'll turn it into Japanese English for you.
Sounds more like China.
Tokyo,
Uh,
China.
And then, oh my
Oh,
God,
that's the-
she's going so slow.
Mhm.
Trying.
A female wrestler, China.
oh Christ.
Nicole Bass.
Nicole Bass.
Trying, hold on.
So how hot is it in over there?
It was really warm today.
Today's nice.
Like 90
Well, I'm in
degrees.
Orlando and it's a fucking swamp, so.
I don't know. I was in the pool. Hey.
Hey.
Pool.
The International 5.
What?
Dota 2's largest tournament of all time kicks off this Monday with 2 matches with a prize pool of $17.8 million on the line. Who's playing this Dota stuff? Speaking of that, Karate Dog actually sent me a message. He friended me on Facebook,
Did he send me alone?
and he asked me to join his Dota team. I'm like, I've never played this before. He's like, neither have I, but I'm going to figure it out.
Dota is a MOBA game,
All right.
right?
It's a what?
After.
What do you call those MOBA games? What do you call massive online battle arena thingy?
Yeah, Defense of the Ancients or whatever.
Stuff like that, yeah.
With all the money it has made Valve, you can be sure that they will spare no expense in making this event the complete package.
Disaster.
The 6-day tournament is taking place in Seattle. Many teams were invited, but up until this week it has not been decided which teams would take up the wild card slots and have their shot at the $6 million first prize.
Because no one has entered.
The first 2 matches will be broadcast on August 3rd, with LGD versus Empire at 8 p.m. Central Time, and CDEC versus C9 at 11 p.m. Central Time. The tournament has 16 teams facing off, spread between an upper and lower bracket, with placements determined by group stage play. The event will conclude on August 8th, with the winners of the upper bracket and the lower bracket facing off. We will be bringing updates as these matches play out. Obviously, I'm just missing a whole piece of gaming with this tournament shit.
It's a big thing for Koreans, I'm thinking. Like, it started out in Korea or something, I'm guessing, or boomed in there. I have no idea, really.
It's a big deal for everybody, I think, that's into it. I mean,
They have Asian. I don't know if they have a European division, but I guess now they have an American division. Weird. Not my thing.
Okay, let's do some email. This one's from Noah, and he wrote to Brian, I hate to tell you you're adopted at videogamenews.com.
That would make more sense.
Greetings, guys. Kevin, there are a lot of good games Sierra and other companies made in the late 90s that would be great on the tablet systems. The sprites and coding is done, it seems to be like a very easy process to port them to tablets and sell them for $1, especially adventure games like King's Quest, Maniac Mansion, or Space Quest. Do you have any insight to why this has not been done yet? Keep up the great work, guys. Enigma. Pronounced I'm Enigma. P.S. Sorry, Kevin, for calling you Brian last week. And Don, I was only fucking with you, just trying to make you guys laugh.
I don't know what
Yeah, well, you didn't, did you?
Doesn't even remember.
What did I do?
I think, like, there's that, what is it, Scum emulator that lets you play all those games anyway. And I think you can play those on mobile. So you could do that. I think the problem is with, like, releasing all those games again is that, you know, they would have to generate enough money to make it worthwhile, and probably they don't own those games, you know, specifically. Like maybe, but it's one of those weird legal things. Like, you know, whoever owned it purchased the rights to the game for, like, you know, the PC, but they didn't purchase the rights for tablet. So, you know, the people that made the game are going to want to get paid, and, you know, if you're only going to make like a few thousand on it because you're selling it for $1, then it's not worth going through the whole rigmarole. Plus, you know, music has different copyrights and things. So I think with a lot of old games, there's just a legal quagmire there that companies don't want to get into. So it turns into what they call abandonware, which is like nobody wants to bother trying to get the copyrights to the titles worked out, so you just can find the games online and play them. But then sometimes things are marked abandonware and they're not. I don't know. Could they do it? Maybe. But I mean, are people really going to buy it? Probably, maybe for $1. But it's just, I don't think it's worth it. And it would actually be a lot harder to port it over than, I mean, unless you got like the Scum emulator on there. But I mean, like I said, you could already do it. I don't know. Once your point-and-click adventure game, I don't know how many people are really going to do it.
On the tablet, like the Surface Pro? Like,
yeah, or iPad or something.
Mm.
You just play Space Quest all over again. I think the mechanics are really dated. Like, you know, they redid they're redoing King's Quest. And I think redoing it is probably the way to go, because I think people look back fondly on these old titles, but when you actually sit down and play them, the interfaces are so clunky that you're like, this is fucking awful, you know. You just put up with it back then because there was nothing else. It's like, I guess I'll play this, but it's awful. Let's see, Jack Proxy Cell writes to me at videogamenews.com, and he says, the Ouya console is dead. Razer has purchased up the Ouya game store and hired their technical staff, but have not purchased the hardware itself, telling already depressed Ouya game console owners that they will be given a clear path to upgrade to a better machine, another fucking Android TV device. The Ouya console was one of the biggest Kickstarter successes and one of the biggest failures in the real world of gaming. Heavily promoted by one Kevin J. Baird at videogamenews.com, it would prove to be a PR disaster and the single cause of its demise.
Kevin always like latches on this shit that just lasted maybe a couple of weeks. What was that
exorbitant amounts of money to finance the marketing done by him on his show, Video Game News Radio. The console went into a quick death spiral immediately after launch. Industry veterans and writers for Valve, Chet Falasek and Eric Wolpaw, have taken steps to distance themselves from Kevin J. Baird and the Ouya console after today's announcement of utter failure, but had this to say in a joint statement released by the lawyers. We are not sure why Kevin decided to promote such a hideous machine. It requires a great deal of work to get it running your emulator ROMs for games you wouldn't care to play. The games that were sold through the Ouya store were just shitty cell phone games too. We hereby not renounce Kevin J. Baird and all of his Ouya console promotions. Hail game. Reporters outside the sprawling estates of Mr. Baird were unable to obtain a comment from him at the defense dogs and Roombas kept them outside of the perimeter safety zone.
How do they know? This must be true.
I didn't promote him. I just told people I had one.
Backpedaling.
I have a Gizmondo. I have lots of consoles that died horrible deaths. The Ouya actually was around for 2 years, and it's still, Razer's still keeping everything active for another year. and then like you get to decide what you're gonna do. So 3 years is pretty good for a $100 console. That's pretty good. I'm not saying the console was pretty good, but you know, I've had much worse game systems that just fucking utterly failed quickly. Even Nintendo, the Virtual Boy had like fucking 12 games or something. It was like terminated within a year.
I looked up what you were talking about, the Virtual Boy, and like, Jesus Christ. It's a fucking failure.
It'll give you a headache with its red laser light.
Worst headache, and it's a terrible game too. So it's not like you have fun getting that headache.
Did you have to like what was it like lay on the floor and put your head on it like you're
No, you had to sit with your feet up on the coffee table, put it on your knees.
God, he remembers it.
It's terrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Just red lines everywhere.
It's terrible.
I got my CD32, and as soon as I got a Commodore, went out of business. The Atari Jaguar, which completely went out of business. It's just you can go. It's just a story of fucking video game history. Is a story of game systems and companies that went out of business. I mean, there's only a few left, and there's only 2 hardware manufacturers, well, 3 left if you still count Nintendo. They still making something over there. George, what's the deal with Nintendo in Japan? Are they just still loved over there? Is it just?
Yeah. I mean, to tell you the truth, I mean, back when I was in high school, we got the Nintendo DS, and you know that what's that big 3D face that does math and shit for you and teaches you English and all that shit?
A teacher?
That basically it was a video game for teaching you curriculum bullshit, academic shit. And to the Japanese people, it was very interesting to them, and it just boomed.
Dude, it would have been witchcraft over here.
Exactly. I mean, they like the weirdest games and shit like that. It's a hit and miss usually, and the ones that port over are the ones that fail sometimes.
Okay.
But it's
yeah. I don't know. They don't buy Xbox though. Nobody wants American.
No.
What's with that? Is that like
we know it's just a shitty system.
But but the Xbox 360 wasn't that bad, and they didn't really buy that either.
I think it was like the promotion for it is like they put a blue skin on it to represent the Japanese soccer team. I think only 50 or 100 of them sold or something, or 1,000. I can't remember.
I'm sure that was the case.
Well, actually, 1,000 of them were bought, and 1,000 of them were put in a ditch. I would like to say.
Along with a bunch of key games.
I don't know. Is it just like a sense of nationalism, though, that they just don't want the American game?
Sony.
Yeah.
Great Sony. Very powerful.
Oh,
That's
weird.
Sound effect. Oh.
I get it, though, because that's what we do here in the United States, too. More people want Sony than they want Microsoft.
I mean, I could tell you that, what is it, The Elder Scrolls Skyrim scored a 10 out of 10 in the Japanese magazines, which is a first for any overseas game.
Sure.
So, I'm personally, for me, I'm a PC game at heart, and I like American games. Because it's just better.
Yeah.
Fallout, Skyrim, I mean, the list goes on.
Is pachinko still big over there?
Oh yeah, and arcades are still very arcades now. They're like 10 cents. You just put 10 cents in and you could play for a certain time until you die, and then you could just keep putting it in. There's arcades all over the place, man.
Cool. I guess. Oh.
Basically, all the dying technology that you have is still working down there, I guess.
Cool. That works. All right. Antonia writes to rubbing her belly at videogamenews.com.
Not in that way, Brian. You're being creepy.
I didn't say anything.
That was me.
Yeah.
Hello, Don.
We're going to do that from now on.
Running out of questions here, but what would you guys say is the scariest dream nightmare you guys have had?
Shut up.
Would it be Brian tossing the cat across the room?
No,
or him waking up to a shadow thing at the foot of his bed?
Yeah, that was pretty fucked up, but that wasn't the scariest.
To Kill 1. Yeah, all the dating games. Yeah, dating sim games in Japan, it's a very big thing. Yeah. That's true.
Brian, back in the day, used to constantly have dreams about Alien. And the alien, like, attacking him or killing him or something. All the time. He'd tell me about his nightmares.
I was just telling Jody, my girlfriend, that my mom told me when I was a kid in kindergarten, I would just get up in the middle of class, class for kindergarten, and like walk over towards the window and stare out of it. And the teacher was like, "What are you doing?" I'm having class, and I was just like, "I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be somewhere else."
Oh shit.
Yeah, which
Would you like a cookie or a nap?
it makes sense. I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't be here. This is, obviously, this is for primitives. I was robbed. This is not what I paid for.
This is for primitives.
I was just supposed to be watching, not actually partaking.
Kindergarten's beneath me.
Yeah, it's for the weak.
Noble writes to Don't Stop Me Now at
Guys, get the dating sim by the
videogamenews.com. Hey guys, Noble here.
Yeah.
I have 2 quick questions for this panel this week, and they're both movie related. How did everyone like Ant-Man?
Didn't see it.
Anybody see Ant-Man?
I heard
it's too small. I heard it was playing.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Didn't see it though.
I haven't seen it yet. I had to go. I went and saw Minions.
Suspects and haters that it sucks, but I don't trust them. So.
I never saw Ant-Man. I never read the book, the comics, or anything of that, or the lore that ties into everything. But is it worth? If I'm open-minded or just don't expect much, is it worth to watch?
You'll want to go just because it's a connector movie. It's not the grand huge Marvel movie. It's a good movie. This is what I've heard. It's a good, funny movie.
Wholesome.
It's a solid movie, and it connects a lot of the storyline together to move on towards Captain America: Civil War. That's what I've heard.
And did the trailer for Suicide Squad get you pumped to see you Trivia Tuesday, Noble? P.S. Rest in peace, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Hopefully they will have enough bubblegum to chew in heaven.
Or they're all in trouble.
Noble's going to play trivia on Tuesday. You should come down.
I guess that means I got to come out. Well, I did go out into public this past weekend, so maybe I can do it during the week. I might be working, though. I don't know.
Suicide Squad, yeah, I guess. I don't know if I'm yet intrigued enough to actually go pay money in the theater to see it. I'm going to have to wait and find out more about what it's about.
Isn't it by the same guy that did The Flash and Arrow?
I don't know.
No idea.
Like, is he also doing? I don't know.
It's not connected to those 2 series at all.
But the producers, though, I mean, would they?
I don't think it's the same people. Because they're doing completely. They're doing they're trying to keep their TV and their movies separate because they already have a Suicide Squad on the TV show. So just all brand new casting and everything.
Does anybody commit suicide in the Suicide Squad?
Sometimes depends on who it is.
The one that's not getting good ratings.
Randomly commit suicide.
Randomly, they'll put in some villain in there. You know what I mean? Who gets sacrificed somehow.
The guy in the cover of the comic is the guy who dies.
Usually, unless it's the Joker. Yeah. In which case, there's a 90% chance he'll die.
And finally, our last email. Tony writes to Larry is a drunk at videogamenews.com.
Yes.
And says, hello, Don and crew. What is the worst alcoholic drink you've ever had?
Red Hook.
Duvel.
Hands down.
Billy and Clamato.
Still in first place.
More than a minute on that one. Yeah, they're wheat beer. Also, what was the outcome to Larry's apartment woes? To the repair guys leaving footmarks all over his bed. Awesome show last. Bit depressing, though.
Well, it's us.
Usually how it works.
Yeah. You want happy shows? They're all over the place.
My apartment is still in shambles. No update. They're gonna come back and fix my roof at some point, but they refuse to tell me when.
Right now, his roof is just bats holding hands.
Yeah.
He just got a bucket. That's how he gets his water.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been watching. It's working out because I'm in training for when the Soprano brothers and I go on Fat Guys in the Woods because I've
I
basically
like that show.
forced to. I love that show, and me and Rob and Dave are totally gonna get on it. I've been basically forced to build my own shelter now, and now that I bought the car, I'm gonna have to forage for my own food in the woods behind my house. So
It's a dumpster.
yeah,
The dumpster is Larry.
Could you imagine somebody actually died in this show? How long it would take for me to believe you? You know, because you'd just be like, Kevin's dead. Well, I guess we wouldn't be having a show.
Did you call him? You called him. Okay, whatever.
No, I didn't call.
yeah.
Well, it's your brother. Nah, fuck him.
Nah, I could sense it.
Bullshit. He's not really dead. Come on.
He knows how to get rid of me.
There wouldn't be a show.
Oh, there'd be a show. It'd be a
If I was dead, there'd be
If
no
you were dead,
fucking
there'd be
show.
some weird way, somehow, we would get together somehow on a Sunday night if you died. And it would be like the weird, we would just be sitting here talking like, I guess he's not showing up, and people would hear it for some reason because the host would set it up.
Let's take 3 seconds to be quiet.
Fuck that. We
No,
break out
okay,
Ouija
yeah.
boards.
Go.
Yeah.
And
If
the
the show ever goes dark, folks, it's because I'm dead. And there might be another show, but it'll probably be like on Blog Talk or something where Anderson can run it in order to record the show.
Right.
You guys couldn't even log in to upload this show to the RSS. Well, there we go.
Oh, listen to this guy.
Nothing.
We've got Larry, man. All right?
You gotta have a password, man.
Well, I'm sure you can figure it out.
I'll crack that shit.
Oh my
1, 2,
God.
3, 4,
All right, well, that's it for the show. George, thanks for joining
Oh,
us.
awesome. Hey, that's awesome. Cool. Thank you so much.
And everybody else, we'll be back next week with more. I'm sure you're excited.
Can't wait.
Got any shout-outs or anything?
No.
All right. And, Brian, before you hang up,
What?
last week you said you had to go because your 13-year-old daughter had to take a bath and you had to help her get in the tub. What's the deal
No,
with
that's
that?
not what I said. I had
That's
to go
exactly what
upstairs.
he said.
Well, if I came out that way, I apologize. I was trying to get everybody all excited, you fucking weirdos. No, I remembered I had to tell her to go upstairs and take a quick shower. And I didn't want to yell it, and I was like, fuck it, we're done anyway. And I had to switch my laundry around. I was only like remembered at the last second. I had like 20 things I had to do before I get some sleep, and you know. So I was just like, yep, I got to go. Plus, I had to shit.
Okay, that's fine, man. Now you can go shit. Thanks,
That was last
everybody.
week. I didn't hold it.
Good night.
Like,
Later.
Peace.